Just north of Klamath Falls. That's what it looks like. It's time for the 2025 Rock, Gem, Mineral, and Fossil Show. Today, let's go in. It's early morning, Sunday, and people are just starting to arrive. Here we have raffle items. Raffles are fun. You actually pick the number of what you want. Tickets are $1 each or $6 for $5, and you put them in here. And at the end of today, they will be drawn, and whoever gets drawn gets the item for the raffle. All right, good morning. What's your name?
Dale Barrett.
Dale Barrett. And what's your business?
We're with Seaside Stone. We actually are out of Seaside, Oregon, and we do farmers markets in Astoria and Seaside and Madras in June.
And you came all the way to Klamath Falls to be with us.
Originally born and raised, my mother actually started this rock club in about 1963.
Really? So you got the heritage here.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
So
and
we've been all over Oregon getting jaspers and petrified wood.
So most of this is local stuff.
A fair amount, but we also go down to the gem shows in Arizona.
Oh yeah.
In January and February.
I want to do that someday.
And we buy from the miners that come in, like the Australians, the Moroccans, Peru. So we get international rock, and I cut and polish that.
Okay. And can people order from you?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's
on the back is the contact.
Oh, there we
information.
go. Okay, so if you want to make contact, just stop the video right here and you can get that information.
And mostly text and email.
Okay.
I'm still working on the webpage.
And you guys have a storefront too up there in Seaside?
Not really. It's mostly the market, but we do custom order stuff.
Oh, okay.
I also do silversmithing. You can see.
Oh, yes. And this is all your work?
This is my work, yeah.
Well, you've been at it for a long time.
Yes, sir. There's some opals.
Oh, beautiful.
I do belt buckles.
Oh, wow.
So this is a lot of Oregon rock here, as you can see.
Some tiger eye.
Some international. There's Crazy Lace and Moroccan.
Fantastic.
And then things like grind hearts.
Hearts is not easy to do.
No.
Those are perfect.
These are all double lobed on both sides.
Oh, wow.
And drilled, and then pinch bales.
Nice.
And then this is some of the silversmithing work that we're doing.
Wow.
And you can see a lot of the international stuff, but also a lot of the local. That's Gary Green rock
from McDermott. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
what is Tibet turquoise?
Tibetan turquoise.
It looks like obsidian with turquoise in it.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then we have a lot of the chrysocolas and malachites that come out of copper mines.
Yeah.
So like that one's from Mexico. This one is from Moranci, Arizona. So you can see the raw stones and then the finished jewelry that we're making out of it.
Wow.
And then we cater to, see here's the same stuff. These are just cabs. So we cater to wire wrappers and silversmiths so they can buy stones ready for them to make. Fantastic.
Oh man, it goes on and on.
We have quite an inventory.
So how many years have you been cabbing?
Oh, I started, our first cab was probably in '63 when Mom started doing stuff. So
fantastic.
Really, I retired about 10, 11 years ago and really been getting back into it now and enjoying it. So.
Well, thanks so much for the interview, Dale.
You bet. Thank you.
We're here with our friends from the Double Eagle Mine. John.
Yes, sir.
How long you been at the Double Eagle Mine?
Since 2007.
That's a long time.
Yeah, mining Oregon sunstone since 2005.
Since 2005.
Yeah, I worked at Dust Devil for a couple of years, and then we found our own claim. Yeah, the rest is history. We're
Awesome.
here.
And I understand you do faceting.
Yep, this is some of the work here in this case.
But also people can come out and find their own sunstones.
Yeah, we have feed digs set up out there. Folks come out. We got two processes. One, we can mechanically screen it, and they just stand there and pick through it and keep everything they find. Or we got a virgin ore pile if they want to run a shovel all day.
Excellent. Okay. And you got a brochure. All right, here's the information. Give them a call. Set up your time. Does it have to be by appointment?
No, we take walk-ins. If people call ahead of time and let them know we're coming in, especially if they have like a motorhome or trailer and stuff, we make sure we make room for them. As far as tent camping or camping in their rig, come on in anytime.
Anytime. Excellent. When does the mining begin?
We open Memorial Day weekend and we close the end of September.
Okay.
Nobody
Thanks.
wants to be out in that desert
No,
in the winter.
no. It can be hot in the summer, but it's still
Summers lately have been pretty mild.
yeah. And we did a video out there because you showed us where the club claim is, and we've been to your place and seen people dig out stuff. We're going to do that this next year. So thank you very much, John. I really appreciate your time.
No problem. Look forward to the club coming out.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Here's a booth, Rock and Copper, and you might know her from the channel. That's Ruth. Yeah, this is Krawdad and Rusty's booth, and we carry necklaces, wire wrap necklaces, ones like these, and specimens,
tumbled rocks
tumbled rocks.
that you can pick out.
And if you're interested in any of these things, here's the information. Here's our auction table. We have 15-minute auctions for children. This Mark, he's the vice president of our club.
Howdy.
You've probably seen him before on the channel. And then Dave oversees the entire auction.
Hello.
Here's a giant piece of local Yadenite. And then they're starting to do buckets of material. Look at this beautiful work.
Good morning.
Good morning. You've been over here napping already a whole day, and now you're on your second day. How's it going for you?
So far, so good. And I'm not bleeding.
You're not bleeding.
Yeah, that makes it good.
And he's over here demonstrating how to do Flintknapping. And so what's the first step?
Well, on obsidian, all of the initial steps are percussion. Flintknapping is either pressure or percussion. Percussion's the older technology, but that's how everybody starts. So that's what I'm doing here.
And then you get a big flake off of that, and then you work the flake?
Well, actually, this is the flake.
That
I'm gonna
is the
work it
flake,
down to
so
a
you
knife
work it
blade.
down to the size.
Yeah.
And what are you working toward? What's the goal?
A knife blade about that big.
Okay.
You know, it's an ugly piece. I got to take all of that off. But
It's going to take some work.
beautiful rock. In fact, there's two of them on the table there that came out of the same rock yesterday.
Nice, beautiful. So obviously you're in a good place to have obsidian. Do you have a lot of obsidian?
10 or 12 tons at home. Yeah, I got a lot.
Yeah, enough to do.
Yeah, keep me busy for
Keep
a
you
few
busy.
years. Yeah.
What's the most unique material you've napped?
Oh, probably opal. There's some beautiful opals coming out of Australia. I've done a lot of knives out of that.
Wow.
They're fragile, but they're beautiful.
Wow.
So they're even more pure artwork than the obsidian knives are.
Yeah. Because if you mess up on one of those, it's costly.
Oh yeah, and I usually, if I'm doing opal, I'll do an arrowhead or something first to familiarize, because it takes about half as much force to take a flake off as it does obsidian.
Huh.
So real easy to break it in half.
Yeah. Look at that. Mahogany obsidian, beautiful.
Yeah, this is Glass Butte's obsidian.
Excellent.
In fact, it comes from the fence line pit at Glass Butte's, but it's absolutely beautiful, premium quality.
Good stuff. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
sell your stuff other than at the show?
No, I just do shows.
Just do shows.
Oh.
But if you're interested, here's Kurt's information if you want to get in contact with them. Do you ever teach people how to do napping?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, usually I'll have them come out to the house. That's the easiest way, because all the lighting and the equipment is there. But
Excellent.
just they'd have to call and make arrangements. It's not a job for me, it's a hobby. I don't want to be committed to a time or a place or have to work on something any given day.
Excellent. And Kurt's been a key part of the local rock club for a long time. He was vice president just till this last year when Mark took over the job.
Mm-hmm.
So Kurt can do more napping.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Kurt. Appreciate it.
Hi.
And your name is?
My name is Hope Piper.
And you do what?
I do beading around caps, and I usually demonstrate it every year here at the
look at
Rock
that.
Show.
So you're a demonstrator as well.
Yes, I am.
Excellent. And how long you been doing this?
Since I was a kid. I am now 51.
Okay.
A while.
So quite a while.
But
And you love doing it. And here is a
I do.
good picture of what she does. It's beautiful. And look at these pieces. Do you make the bags too?
Yeah, I do the leather work as well.
What's the favorite thing that you have here that you done that you really like?
I just really like, so when I go to the rock show every year, I usually pick up a few new rocks and I'll demonstrate with those rocks, and then I can tell people, hey, you can get this rock down there. And right now I've got these beautiful lapis. There's a gentleman down there that's got some beautiful lapis.
So you did that
So
just for this show.
I'm showing people what they can do with the rocks that they get here at the show.
What they can do.
Yeah.
After lots of years of experience.
Yeah.
And so how can people get a hold of your products if not here?
So I do have my products at Two Rivers Village Art in Chillipan, Oregon.
Okay.
There's the gallery right there. A lot of really good artists in there, but I keep my stuff in there when I'm not at shows.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much, Hope.
Thank you.
Here we have another vendor. Hi there.
Hello,
What's your name?
I'm Aislinn Ukpik, and I'm originally from Alaska, Inupiaq tribe.
Wow.
And this collection in front of me is from my mom and dad. They had crossed over, but I spent my childhood in going to lots of deserts and
From Alaska, and you go to deserts.
yeah, we're from Alaska. We went to the desert and we found all these beautiful things. So I'm just enjoying meeting all the people at the rock show. And if people want to get a hold of me, I'm on Facebook.
Okay.
So it's AISLYN and UKPIK, and that means Dreamer Snowy Owl.
Okay.
And this is something I painted. My brother's dog
It's a whale bird, huh?
drug it home from the beach and was chewing on
Oh,
it.
I can see, yeah.
So my father said, here, paint some art on it so I can keep it.
Very cool.
Yeah, this is from a baby beluga whale.
Beluga whale.
Yeah.
Okay.
If it was from a bigger whale, I probably wouldn't be carrying it
Yeah,
around.
right. Thanks so much, Aislinn.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Here's our next vendor. And you are?
Gina Ginelli.
What do you do here?
Blacksmithing.
This is all blacksmith stuff, and this is all stuff that you have done.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, and where do you work on this? Where's your shop?
I work right beside my truck in my garage. I have a little spot
really?
right back there.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And obviously you make all kinds of interesting and awesome products. And what's your favorite thing that you like that you have that you make?
There isn't. I love it all.
You love it all.
I love it all.
Yeah, and I was just sharing that I have one of these for turning steaks and doing the grill, and that is an awesome product. Did you design that?
Yes, I did.
Because, like I said, I know it's yours because it's got all of that.
Right.
Even though I didn't know you until just now.
Right.
And if people want to get some of your products, where should they go?
I sell them at the Klamath County Museum, and
Okay.
they're also at the Fable Museum. And then when Fort Klamath is open, they're there at Fort Klamath also at the museum there also.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gina.
welcome.
I really appreciate
You
it.
bet.
Good morning, Marshall.
Good morning there.
This is Marshall. Marshall is like the official club rockhound information geologist expert.
Yeah.
And he's over here just to help people out with information and how to join the club.
There's some excellent books.
We've got some excellent books sitting out here.
We've got a collection.
Some rock collections to begin with. And samples. So are these mostly rocks from our area?
A lot of them are from the area.
A lot of them are from the area.
And then just general educational, teach people how they, where they come from, what they would do, and so forth. So you know where to find it. And there's 4,530 minerals. They're just worldwide. So
there's a lot of options.
A lot of options.
Very good. Well, thanks, Marshall. And you have the fluorescent minerals booth. And nobody's even in here. Oh, look at these guys. And based off of the kind of fluorescent light, now at 254 nanometers, something like that. You get different colors. Beautiful. So you got long wave and short wave. Another great part of rock shows are the cases that people put out. We just had an interview with Gina. Awesome. Memorial of Lois Phillips. Some plume agates, some rainbow obsidians and labradorite, some corals. This is from the Seaside Stone. Some pieces. More Seaside Stone. Look at the Oahe Jasper. Cripple Creek. Dale. That's a fun case. It's like a whole fantasy world. And I know this is Marshall's case. Look at that. It looks like you're there. Looks like it's real. just north of Klamath Falls. That's what it looks like. All right, we'll go to the other side. And here we have a lot of fossils. And a fossil replica back there. There's an ammonite back there. It's got some ammonite on it. Beautiful. A lot of amber. Somebody's been collecting some beautiful rocks. Obsidian, Opal, and Lego. Fire and ice. That's the theme of this year's show. Fire and ice. Wow, look at those bookends up there. That is spectacular. It's a thunder egg. In fact, all of these are thunder eggs. Except for that zebra rock. And a little labradorite. We'll go see this crew next. They're behind me. They're panning gold. It looks like they've got some old stuff back there. Including an old gun and a plated Ruger Vaquero. Look at that. Look at the nugget in there. Cool. There's some fire and ice. Look at those beautiful rainbow obsidians.
That's a little of the big one. The big one. 3 or 4. He's got everything full of stuff over here. That's too bad. Empty it out. Throw it away.
Spectacular. And look at the quartz. And the selenite right in the middle there. Here's a bling one. Look at all of the beautiful jewelry. Silver, turquoise, silversmithing fun with Laura Barrett. Oh, it looks like these are all items that various people made under the instruction of Laura Lee Barrett. Rock counting our region. There again, you might recognize some of the photos there, because this is the case that we did. We got these specimens are from our region, and they're labeled with the mileage, and then they have a reference number up on the map. Klamath Prospectors, here is something fun to do.
Hi guys, we do a gold mining booth over here. We sell bags of gold, $7 a piece, guaranteed to have gold in each and every bag. We also have a $20 bag that has a little nugget in it. We do this to enjoy the outdoors. Prospecting is so much fun. You get to see the birds and the bees and play in the river.
And you guys are the local club, right?
We are very local. We're right here at Klamath Rock. We meet the 4th Wednesday of every month at the Waffle Hut at 6:30.
Oh, okay. So food is included if you buy it, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you put together...
we have little raffles at our club.
Excellent.
On a constant basis. We give away prizes like that. That's called a gold cube. And we do a raffle on that so you can win that gold cube. This gentleman right here is the one that won the gold cube 2 years ago.
All right.
We do, we have our own claims too, that we have little outings that we go look for gold.
Awesome. Awesome. And then here, you have pay dirt and you show people how to pan it out.
Constantly.
Excellent.
Go mining with us.
Okay, come join the club and go mining.
We're just a good old boy, kind of family-oriented club.
And we enjoy people.
Uh-huh. How about kids? The kids?
Kids are more than welcome.
No smoking and no drinking. This is what we are. This is where we meet.
Okay, there's the information. You guys can just go ahead and see if I get that focused. We'll get it. There we go. There's the information. Get a hold of these guys and get involved. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Have a wonderful day.
And then the dig, really like the dig low.
Calling my name.
More spins.
Here we are at the Wheel of Fortune. 4 spins. First spin is 10. There you go, treasures.
Always fun.
Yep.
Three. Well, that's a pretty agate. Two. Wow, another whole bag of tumbled agates. Here's one of my favorite vendors. I've got quite a few pieces from Scott run past. This is Scott's Rocks. And here's his information. He's from over the hill in Rogue Valley. I'm sorry you lost your voice.
It's coming back a little now.
Okay, good. It's kind of hard because it gets loud in here.
Yeah, I think I just over-talked yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, we have our new orthodontist. Our red
Love that piece of copper.
red ticket number 7445. 7445. Come up to the silent auction.
Look at that. Way over. And back here we have
Doris Noonan.
and
Price for moment.
all right. And what are you guys doing back here?
We're cutting rocks.
You've been cutting rocks all day,
All
2 days
day,
straight.
yes, yeah.
Look at all these beautiful spheres. And back here's the guy that does them, Chuck.
Howdy.
And he's famous because he's a part of that famous Noonan family, right? And so you do spheres. What else do you do?
I do opal mining.
Opal mining.
Cedar Bridge opal.
And here's their information.
I got flat.
And you do need personal instructions to get to the mine when that time comes.
Reservations too.
Reservations only.
Yep.
here's what it takes. Starts with a square, moves to this shape, gets it rounder and rounder, and then eventually he can get it in there. And then you end up with beauties like these. Ooh, I like that. Look at that, baby. And here we're at the booth of another vendor whose name is
Bob Wilson.
Bob Wilson. And he does this unique and kind of carving. Look at that eagle. And where do you get your jade?
Anywhere I can.
Anywhere you can.
Some of the biggest pieces came from the Krawdad Rock Museum. They let me into their inner sanctum because I'm a member of the club here.
So how do you go about making your pieces?
I use Harbor Freight inexpensive tools. Use a Harbor Freight 10-inch towel saw to do all the outside edging.
Okay.
Which speeds up the process quite a bit, particularly with jade, because most people say jade is very hard to work with. Well, doing it in the layers like I do. Then I use a Harbor Freight rotary tool with a thin diamond disc.
Oh, to do the details. It works beautiful. Oh, look at the wolf. Jade Night, which is the local gemstone. We like to think of it as a gemstone. And what's the background? Yeah, it does look like a picture jasper. Oh yeah, look at that. There's a new stone that Bob has found locally. Wonderstone. And a boot.
This one is a shoe. That's where a woman lived in a shoe.
Ah, beautiful. Lace agate back on that horse.
That's the side picture looking at. Yeah, it was bigger. It turned over. It gets bigger. There you go. Oh no, that gets smaller.
Here's the man himself. What you making there, Charles?
Well, a neighbor came over with a piece of fire agate that he wanted wrapped.
Look at that.
And we're going to put a little dress on there for it. It's a pretty one.
That is a pretty one.
Yeah, it takes me about an hour and a half to do one. Not too bad. Polish the fingerprints back off it.
Yeah. Look at that.
Beautiful piece of agate.
You did just such fine detailed work. Ruth has one of your rings and it's as good as when she got it last year. It doesn't bend. He doesn't use any solder, he doesn't use anything, but he knows how to bend it in such a way.
No, it's all tension set. Since 1994, there are only 5 that I know of that have ever fallen out of one of my settings.
That's amazing because regular settings you'd have a lot more than that.
I was going to say, Zales I don't think can make the same claim.
No, I don't think so. I'm going to steal one of your cards and just get the information. So if you're interested in their stuff, this is how you can connect with them. There's an email and a phone number. And I can personally guarantee the work.
I appreciate that.
Thank you. High mineral content food. All made out of rocks. Look at that. There's some pretty cookies there. Over here we've got some more steak and potatoes. Berries, beans. Cauliflower. dessert, candies, and cake, and even Jell-O. How was that for dinner? What an incredible rock show it was. There were many more fantastic vendors that I didn't get to visit with. Some of them have been participating in the show for years, while others were new to it. Some even came a long way. A big thank you to everyone who participated, especially to the members of the Rock and Arrowhead Club who worked so hard to put it on.